you finally agreed to the Congress president's decision. It must have been very difficult for you because you've toiled, worked. I've seen you in the state of Karnataka from the time when the Congress was decimated to bring it together. You know, after working hard, you always want that gain, and that is why you were extremely determined for that top post. How did you finally concede to this?
See, ultimately, for various reasons, suppose you think that we have done not won the election, what would have been the position? So now we have won. We have to get the fruit out of it. So to get the fruit, it is not me alone. Lakhs and lakhs of workers have done their best, suffered, worked hard. So we'll have to look at their end also.
The role of the Gandhis, many people have been asking you about that. You have been extremely loyal, and I remember asking you in Bangalore before you came here, you said that you will be a loyalist, you're not a rebel and you're not a blackmailer. You've stuck to your word. How did you finally, come out and you said, humanity reward will finally happen. It's not easy to give up the chief ministership. How did you do that?
See, once when we agree that we will leave it to the High Command, we made a one-line resolution that we will make it to the High Command. We will have to accept that. It is a verdict. A lot of us will be arguing in the court. Ultimately, what judge said has to be accepted. Like that, the Congress president, we all 135 members, all of them joined and said that we will leave it to the High Command. And it was a High Command decision, that's all.
Did Sonia Gandhi speak to you? Were you able, because you have always, said that she's like a mother, the party is like a mother. Did her intervention help in any way?
I don't want to bring Mrs. Gandhi or Gandhi family. I just met Rahul ji. I met Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge. I met my ACC office bearers. That's it.
In terms of power sharing, sir, now that we all know that both Mr. Siddaramaiah and you worked together in the campaign, but you all have had your differences. When you took over the party was completely down and out. How are you going to work together and allow this power sharing that takes place?
See, why are you just looking at, still you need, the work has to start, it has to start, at least you need about a week or something to start. Let it start. Let the process go on. Let us see the success story.
You have to deliver for the party 2024, and that means you need to work with Mr. Siddaramaiah and ensure also that the poor that voted, the middle class that voted, the fact that I've never seen, I'm from Karnataka myself, I've never seen such a massive mandate for the last 30 years. So it's going to be extremely difficult for you to implement that guarantee program that you've given, because it's thousands and thousands of crores. How are you going to do it on the ground?
Just wait, watch. We will take a decision on 20th, the first cabinet. We know economics, we already worked out. We will decide and we'll let you know.
You were power minister, you were able to implement real grassroots power reforms there. In this is, some will say populist, 51,000 crores is approximately the figure that they're talking about. Karnataka is a good state in comparison to other southern states in terms of finances. Will this be a crisis for the party, for the government in at large?
Why are you wasting your time on the numbers, on the finances? You leave it to us. We are well experienced, we will manage, we will show, we will implement. We have a dedicated team for it. We have just worked out all the economics. And let the people reach whatever we have spoken. Then let us discuss things.
One last question, Mr. Siddaramaiah, and you have how are you going to work together and ensure that for the next 5 years, the Congress government will be stable? Because that's something that the people of Karnataka are really expecting, and that is why they gave the Congress a massive mandate.
Watch out for next 5 years and come back to me.